welcome to the very first episode of 2022 of Give Me Back My Action Movies, the podcast. I'm sure I will screw up the year multiple times, but at least I know I'm Dan. With me, as always, is Charlie.
That's me.
See, I told you he was there.
I'm here.
Charlie, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, 2022. Didn't know if we made it. Of course, we also don't know if we made it because we're recording this in 2021.
Shut up. You're messing with the magic of podcasts.
The magic of podcast. Well, we don't do these live.
What?
Exactly.
Yeah, we don't do these live.
I was not expecting Stone Cold to still be with us.
You know what? We might start doing live ones next year if we get enough people interested in joining in with us.
Well, yeah. Okay. We'll see.
Well,
we'll see how that goes.
Look, I don't want to do a live one if no one's there to interact with us, kind of thing.
That's kind of the thing.
Yeah, so if we had, like, I don't know, 100 people that would interact during a live episode or something, or 50 people, then that would be fun to do.
Yeah, I can see that. I can. But yeah.
So
we'll see. We'll see.
Well,
Pin it to the board.
All right, hold on a minute. We get over to the board here.
Yeah, we have the Give Me Back My Action Movie whiteboard.
Yeah, well, I can't pin nothing to a whiteboard. It's white.
You use a magnet.
Oh, already poked a hole in it with the
You've
thumbtack.
been a hole in the whiteboard already.
Yeah,
I ain't buying you another one.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Well, like we said, it's the first episode of the new year. Not quite the anniversary of the show.
Not quite.
But it is the first episode of the new year. Now, since when this drops live, and of course, if you're in the future or the past, whatever the case may be, I don't know. And I don't know when you're going to listen to this episode, but as of live drop, the Christmas extravaganza has already been unleashed upon the populace.
Yes, it has.
We hope you enjoyed that.
We hope it's infected everyone with its Christmas cheer.
Charlie, why don't you talk a little bit about the Christmas extravaganza?
Well, they heard it already. What is there to talk about?
Well, I meant like the impetus and some of the
impotent. That has nothing to do with Christmas.
No, I got pills for this. And
okay.
no, I meant the, why we did that and kind of how it came together and some of the particular thank yous that we need to throw out.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I got you. I see what you're
It gives me a chance to drink the stuff in this beverage.
Well,
because as we record this, we're like 2 days from Christmas.
Yeah. We're trying to be in the holly jolly spirit. No, we everybody does like Christmas episodes. Matter of fact, we've already done our Christmas episodes. The horror show did the Krampus. We did Die Hard. But it was like Dan and I had mulling this idea around earlier in the year of
like June.
Yeah, like really we're thinking ahead of how fun would it be if we like dropped an episode like exactly on Christmas Day or what ended up being Christmas Eve. And seeing as how we just kind of stumbled into starting a podcast network, it only made it. That's really what happened. It was, hey,
it is.
There's a bunch of us. Let's just work together. It turned into a let's involve everyone and let's let everyone share the episode all on their own channels and just a big Christmas present and then a thank you to the everybody that participated in the show. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. We learned a lot. A lot of work. Honestly, we're gonna start earlier for next year. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah,
we put that together in barely a month, maybe a hair over a month,
something like that. I think so. In particular, thank you to Charlie, who I guess is the script doctor producer of said project.
Sludge wrote it.
Mm-hmm.
Sludge also does all of our music mixing, our editing, our
Foley work.
He is our wizard behind the computer, behind the curtain.
Don't look behind the curtain.
Yeah, but I did do some script doctoring and a little bit of directing, producing, stuff like that. No, it's not a big deal. We recorded and we made it work. And hopefully, everyone's already listened to it. If you haven't listened to it, go back, check it out. It's a lot of fun. It's done as a narration. Dan, you as the viewer visit Dan unexpectedly thanks to Nate,
They're not
and
viewing. They're not viewing anything.
that's right,
They're listening.
viewers,
The
listeners. I'm
listeners. Yeah.
sorry.
Well, we're thinking we did this kind of in the mode of the old classic holiday episodes that would be on
Yeah,
TV, the holiday specials. You know, you turn on the TV at 8 o'clock, you do that dun, 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 bum, 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 bum thing, and it would say special on the TV, and it would be like Bob Hope and like I don't know, Kiss
Betty
would show
White.
up and Betty White and
Yeah,
I don't know David Copperfield or some
that
crap.
that
So
was the
yeah,
catalyst for doing it. That was
yes,
my initial vision when I pitched it to everyone was I want to do something in line with those old network TV shows that they did it every Christmas, and then you would have these other shows that were popular. All the actors would send in like little clips of
hmm
"Merry Christmas," "Sorry we couldn't be there," something like that. So, and it's why we had like all these other podcast shows that either help support us or I enjoyed listening to, but the 4 we got were actually ones that's kinda given us advice or,
yep,
shared some of our episodes out. We had Podcasting After Dark, we had $2 Late Fee,
hmm
Time Shifters, our good buddies in Canada, Action Podcast, and
hello
if you
there, eh?
and if you heard the episode, you know how much fun that they all had doing this.
Charlie,
Uh,
I think once the coronavirus, okay, so it's not going to go away, but once it kind of calms down to the point where we can travel, we should go to Canada and do a live show with those guys.
I mean, yeah, you do realize they're on the other side of Canada from
Yeah,
us, right?
we gotta fly into Vancouver, but that's all right.
Fly into Vancouver. Can we go see Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, probably. He probably lives down the street. I mean,
Okay,
I assume I've only been to Canada once, but I assume Canada, everyone knows each other, so the guys probably know Ryan. He probably lives down the street.
that's what I'm guessing.
They
There's like
probably go to
what
the local bakery.
5 streets in Canada.
Yeah, and everyone's got a Tim Hortons on it.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I'm banking on that.
I do want to warn you though, Canadian bacon is ham.
I am aware. I am a meat connoisseur, not just a carnivore. So
Yeah,
I am.
you love meat, that's for
I
sure.
dude, no veg, all meat. It was it alive at one point. Put it on the pizza. That's it.
Yeah, you're not into the veg, but man, the meat. Mm.
Love me some sausage.
No, I know. I know.
This took a
What?
weird turn.
What?
There it goes.
What?
All right. So, yes, those guys, good beer, bad movie night. All the groups that were represented in the episode 2 was Sludgecast
Yep.
and of course
The
us
horror
here at
show.
Action Movie and Horror Movie and stuff. So,
Everyone we play commercials for every episode.
yeah.
Everyone should know it. Everyone should know these shows. Everyone should be listening to these shows.
Yeah,
That's really
basically
where it should be at.
it was all of our crap that you're hearing now except Christmas crap and then other good stuff peppered in there.
Basically.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was fun. We had a good time, and hopefully everyone else enjoyed it.
You
We'll
know,
see.
I forget who brought it up to me, but they said now that we have a network, we should do a battle of the network stars
Oh,
because you were
I
talking
haven't
about
heard
the
that. That would be great.
oh, because you were talking about the old like TV show specials
Yeah.
and Battle of the Network Stars obviously was a thing back in the day. So we should do a Battle of the Network Stars podcast competition. But I don't know how we would do that because we're all in different places. And
It
what are
would
we going
have
to
to
do? Get on here
be
and just yell at each other?
It'd
Are
have to
we,
be like trivia based or something.
yeah, something weird.
Well, it
I
would,
don't know.
and what it would have to be is you can't answer questions that's in your genre. You got to answer questions that's in someone else's genre. Like we got to know every suit actor for Godzilla.
Steve.
That's it. Yeah, Steve the Godzilla guy.
Steve Takanawa. All right. So now that you and I'm sure Sludge has heard this, someone will come up with some ideas.
Yeah, there we go.
There
That's
you
their
go.
summer thing we're gonna do, I guess
Yeah,
now.
I don't know. Actually, we've already talked a little bit about that. So stay tuned for that because as soon as we figure it out, you will hear.
Yep, I'm sure we'll have something going pretty cool. So
All right, let's get into the episode proper.
yeah, we did. We watched a movie this year.
We watched a lot of movies this year.
We did watch a lot of movies this year. I'm not prepared to go into a year of retrospective. We can do that on the anniversary.
I didn't download Sarah McLaughlin's "I Will Remember You" music to play in the background, so
We
we
can't do
can't.
that one, man, because that's too many sad puppies.
Yeah,
Because ain't that the
exactly.
song they play for that?
Yeah, that's the "Don't Let Puppies Die" music.
That's right.
So, yeah, we watched a lot of movies this year, and if you've listened to all the episodes and followed along, you know I don't really watch a ton of movies. I did when I was younger,
What?
and I watched the same like 10 over and over again. And so some of these movies, a lot of these movies, I either have not seen or hadn't seen in.
Synced?
I haven't
I synced
seen.
it.
I seen it. I
I
said
synced
I
it.
haven't. That Tullamore Dew's working. So I haven't seen the movie in a decade or two and a half, like Beastmaster.
This is why I need the what button on my side too. It's like
What?
exactly. I don't watch a lot
What?
of these movies.
Yeah. I don't watch a lot of movies. I host a movie podcast, which actually I guess is kind of its own shtick, but whatever.
It works for whatever it works for. It's fine.
Exactly. So we watched Beastmaster, the original 1982 Mark Singer Beastmaster, not the television series that was out, not the. I guess there's a Beastmaster 2.
And 3.
I don't even want to talk about this. So we watched the original in 1982
Yeah.
Beastmaster. We are going to. I haven't seen it in like 25 years, and Charlie hadn't seen it in a long time. And
Probably the same.
we both realized we have never seen it uncut.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a little bit, but yeah, I had never seen this movie uncut.
No, we were used to. Okay, so Charlie and I watched it in two locations when we were younger. TBS, which stood for,
The Beastmaster station.
yep, or HBO, which stood for,
Hey, Beastmaster's on, which we couldn't have watched it on HBO because that would have been uncut. So
yeah,
we have only watched it on the Beastmaster
TBS,
station.
the
Yeah.
Beastmaster station. Yes,
Good old Turner Broadcasting Station.
that's right. So, we watched this and we're both like, huh. But we will talk about that when we come back. We're
yeah,
listen to
well-
the trailer like we normally do. Fun fact: I usually play the trailer for Charlie. This time, I have not played the trailer for Charlie.
Yeah, I haven't seen his trailer yet.
Now, I will preface this by saying, and I'll get into my review later. I'll get into my Allianz later and everything else. I don't have a problem with the movie, and you will hear all this later. But I will say I think the trailer was better than the movie. And I told Charlie that. He goes, man, the movie wasn't bad. I said, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you got to hear the trailer. So Charlie's reaction to the trailer will be live for the first time ever. Hang on. You ready, Charlie?
I'm excited.
It was foretold by witches. It was conceived through sorcery. And it was to be destroyed by all that is evil. But the courage of one mortal saved it. And so, into an age of darkness, in a time of mysticism, sacrifice, and plunder, there came the only light, the Beastmaster. Born with the strength of a black tiger, the courage of an eagle, the power that made him more than any hero. More than any lover. He was lord and master over all beasts. He was the Beastmaster. Behold the wonder, the horror, the fantasy, the challenge of the one warrior they called the Beastmaster. Mark Singer is Dar, Tanya Roberts is Carrie, Rip Torn is Mayak, John Amos is Seth. Together they take us on a fascinating journey back into unexplored times. Conquer your fears. Face the unknown. And and discover the incredible link between man, animal, and all that is phantasmagorical. In the world of Dungeons, Dragons, and Dar, the Beastmaster, the epic adventure of a new kind of hero.
What? What? What?
What is phantasmagorical?
The greatest word that's ever been used. Can we start referring to our network as a phantasmagorical podcast network?
That was so awesome. I literally just wrote it down. What the crap, man? That was
told you.
fantastic.
The trailer was awesome.
I loved how like they would say something like the courage of a tiger and the tiger would roar, but when they was like and the fantastic lover and you heard the ferrets. And I'm laughing because I kept making the joke to Jackie last night as he's running around with Kodo and Podo in his pouch. I'm like, is that a ferret in your pocket or are you just happy to see me? And she starts laughing and I went, there's two, by the way. Oh,
This movie's made in the early 80s.
Phantasmagorical.
And they ripped off Dungeons and Dragons, of course.
Because they're phantasmagorical, Dan.
We don't have to go through the cast. They did it for us.
Right? Like, I mean, that was a great trailer. Man.
I told you, man.
We've said it here many a time that, you know, we miss the great trailers and stuff like that. That's why. And I love this movie, but I think you're right. The trailer just added an Alliong to my rating right there.
Yeah, that might be my favorite trailer of a movie we've done yet.
Yeah, because you haven't heard, everyone else would have heard the Deadly Spawn episode of how awesome that trailer is because it like goads you into watching the movie, which is hilarious.
It slaps you
it
for
does.
being such a little pansy.
It's like, I dare you to come to this theater and watch this movie. But
you ain't got the balls to watch this.
This was phantasmagorical, and I'm
getting that tattooed somewhere.
Hey, T-shirts.
Oh my God.
When we drop the network T-shirt collection, merch collection, we need to put something like the T-shirt says something like "I'm yes,
phantasmagorical."
I can't even say it. It's so amazing.
I'll just. I know we've talked before about things we're doing later. The reason I actually haven't started the T-shirt thing is because of the. There's been like a major slowdown in people getting materials.
Yeah,
and that's affected a lot of the T-shirt companies. So I'm kind of waiting to see if that kind of calms down because the prices are ridiculous for shipping right now.
After we come off the recording here, I got some stuff I was going to talk to you about a couple of things anyway. But
were they phantasmagorical?
Well, I don't know, but I don't know. Look, I'm 45, and I don't think I've experienced phantasmagorical or dork or whatever the hell they said in that trailer ever before. So that's Beastmaster. For those of you that have not seen Beastmaster, please go see it. It's currently right now. I watched it on Amazon Prime, so
that's how
it's
I
on there right now. As of when this drops, it'll probably still be on there. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it because we are going to say stuff. We're going to spoil it. We're going to assume from now on going forward, probably all the movies we review you've seen. We're not going to try to talk you into going and seeing these movies.
No,
we're just going to talk about how these movies affected us as children and as adults.
Okay, I have to do. I
young adults.
I looked this up. I don't want to step on you, but this is too good to. I looked up phantasmagorical, and it's in Urban Dictionary. Phantasmagorical, quite simply, the best word ever devised. A mixture of the words fantastic, amazing, magical, all in one juicy little package, as it's written on Urban Dictionary. It's important not to overuse the word. It's reserved for when ordinary, boring words just won't cut it. Whoa, Melissa, those knee-high stripy socks are phantasmagorical. I'm not even messing with you. That's what it says in Urban Dictionary. So I wanted to put
Well,
that out there. New
I
word.
don't know. I don't know who put it out there, but I agree with that definition. Knee
Uh,
high striped socks are.
you'd never use that word when I'm wearing them.
Speaking of a juicy little package,
I'm Dar.
yeah. Mark Singer runs around this movie naked, half naked most of the time.
It's not. I can't. You can't even say half naked. He's wearing a loincloth.
Three quarters naked.
Yeah, it's loincloth city in this entire movie. I mean,
I'm Dar.
even Tanya
I'm dark.
Roberts is actually wearing more clothes in this movie than the two male leads.
Yeah, she actually is topless in a scene of this movie, and you still see more skin on Mark
Mark
Singer
Singer and John
and John
Amos.
Amos.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it boggles the mind. But you know what? This was normal for us watching on television back in the day. It was
Oh
the
yeah,
sword and sorcery movies was shirtless He-Man, Conan types running around with swords and demons, and
yes, yes.
that was it.
Swords, magicians, banana hammocks. If you have those three things,
You're set.
then you're set. That's what. Yeah. For those of you that like Conan and say Red Sonja, even,
Oh yeah, yeah.
but your parents didn't have a name brand store near you, you got Beastmaster.
Yeah, and
And then below that is your, but that's a whole nother discussion for a whole nother
well,
time.
look, there. Look, so Dan and I have actually been like taught when we do our movie like lists of what movies we want to do. We always go, when do we do a sword and sorcery, and which one do we start with?
Hmm.
And normally you would think, okay, we're going to do Conan, but in
And we
all
will.
we
We
will. I'm not
will.
saying we won't, but in all reality, we kept going. We need, Beastmaster's on Amazon. We should do Beastmaster. And we
Right.
would both go, yeah, but we need to do this movie. We hit a certain
Right.
point where movies had a purpose for when we dropped them. So it was finally like, we're starting the year off. Let's do a sword and sorcery movie.
And we don't do these we don't record these episodes way in advance.
No, when
It's
I
usually like a week or so in advance. That's about it.
look behind the curtain, it is Thursday, December 23rd. You will hear this in January the 3rd. So it's like 2 weeks out. That's just so we can be alternated with the other shows and it's not chaos on trying to get things edited and released. And if
Mhm.
someone has some reason we can't record that night, we have buffer time. So
Mhm.
that's all. That's why. So no, and we do need to get a list, a general list for the year coming up. I think does help
Okay.
us.
We should probably do
Um,
that, yeah. Mhm.
but we have been like, we need to do this. And I think doing Beastmaster first makes more sense because this is probably my first sword and sorcery movie I remember watching as a kid. Because I would
Um,
have been allowed to watch this before Conan.
yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. And 100% with this one. This is the one that again, and we talked about this a little earlier in the day today. Beastmaster is one of those ones where I just go, yeah, it's Beastmaster. It's Beastmaster. We always knew it.
Yeah.
And we were talking earlier today about like what do we remember because we haven't watched it in 25 years or whatever it is. And Charlie was like, "Oh, I kind of remember this and I kind of remember that." And I was like, "I remember that Mark Singer was half naked. There was a tiger, which I didn't even remember at one point.
Yeah.
Which
He goes, where was there a tiger in this movie? I'm
yeah,
like, really?
there was a bird that he saw through, and there were some ferrets.
Yeah. Kodo and Podo.
And then I kind of remembered. I can I kind of remembered the Death Guard.
No, I remembered a lot more than you did. When I started, I actually realized watching it last night that I've never seen the uncut version
No, neither
because
have I. Yeah,
um
I don't
I
remember his origin story at all.
I kind of remembered it, but that was because I remembered the part where the witch transfers him out of his mom's womb into a cow. I remember, yeah. Look, we need to explain this to people too. This movie's rated PG. S- Straight up 1982, this movie is rated PG.
What? What? What?
There are so many boobs in this movie towards the beginning, not so much at the end, but there was a lot of boobage in this movie.
Adar.
Adar, he was there. Um, there was a lot of frightening imagery and
Mhm.
scenes, and
Yeah, there was actually.
sorcery and stuff. The only thing I think the only thing that kept it from being R was they didn't have a ton of blood,
There
and
was almost no blood.
there's almost no blood. There's a little, and then
Very tiny amount.
it is, and there's no language.
Well, here's what's really messed up. Okay. So, and like I said, we're going to do spoilers. We're going to jump all over the place. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Stop, go see it, come back.
Everybody should have seen Beastmaster by now.
Okay. So, of course, he burns a kid alive. We don't see it.
No, but it's
We,
like,
we know what happens, but we don't
yeah,
see it. The big bat monster guys, they
yeah,
create green goo, not blood.
but they dissolve full
Yeah, but
bodies.
again, it's green goo. It's not blood.
Right, but that
Dar
scene
cuts
was
dudes with swords, and there's no blood on the sword or anything.
no,
Even
there's not. It's budgetary reasons,
yeah.
obviously.
Hmm.
If you don't have blood, you're not, if you need to reset a shot, you're not cleaning things, you're not
Right.
redressing the set. It made sense. But I want to go back to there are these winged creatures, and I don't think there's actually even an official name. There I saw it's called like the eagle cult. I saw they're just called winged creatures. These things scare the hell out of me, and they still creep me
They're
out watching this movie.
pretty wild.
And Dar ends up in their little cult type temple outside,
Hmm.
and he frees this prisoner dude, and you're thinking like, "Oh, Dar's going to get a sidekick." And so he frees this little guy, and the guy just takes off running, and these things aren't moving. They're like statuesque. And one just opens its arms out with skin type wings and
Like a bat.
he wraps his arms around this guy and pukes green goo, which I remembered. But what I didn't remember was it opens its arms back up and these like gooey bones fall to the ground.
Well, that's the thing is the bat guy things, Batmen, whatever they are. Sorry,
The
DC.
back, yeah,
They don't actually even puke the green because they don't have a mouth. They just have the eyes. So as they're doing it, they're dissolving this guy into some kind of. They're emitting some
yeah,
kind of green puke,
it's coming from
some kind of
somewhere.
Nickelodeon gack, and you don't even see what it's coming from their. Maybe they got gack nipples. I don't know what's going on,
I have no
but
idea.
they dissolve it with their gack nipples, and they kill these people with that. But so we don't see blood, but we do see green goo and
Yeah,
bones
it's
and yeah.
gore without blood. It's literally
Yes.
gore without blood.
It's the gooey fact. It's the gooey aspect of a lot of them horror movies you guys love.
Oh, this was definitely in the ooey gooeys
Yeah,
for us, and
right?
I loved that part.
The head
But
bobbing up in the little cauldron was awesome.
oh, I love that. That's
Dude,
probably
the whole portion with the eagle guys, the bat guys was awesome.
it's
The set,
awesome. It's
the dressing,
everything.
awesome.
It's everything you're expecting in a sword and sorcery. It's very reminiscent of like when Conan goes into the sorcerer's
Mhm.
castle with all the mirrors, and he fights the when
It's
he
better
turns.
than that.
It's better than that, but it's reminiscent of. And I just looked up. Conan the Destroyer came out after Beastmaster, so I definitely would have saw Beastmaster before Conan because Destroyer was the first one I watched. I
And I
wasn't
will tell
allowed to
you
watch the first one.
I'll tell you straight up. The Batman outfits, the costuming, the
Yeah.
face, the prosthetics, whatever it is, way, way, way better than the monster guy at the end of Conan.
Oh,
The dude with the little Red Riding Hood dude with
yeah.
the blue
He
face that
he
looks kind
looked
of like
he looked
Webster
like
or whatever his name was.
a mean Gorn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
horrible crap.
yeah. Not the
So much
horned,
better than that.
not the horned monster at the
No,
end.
no, no, no.
No,
The blue
because
guy
that
and
thing
the
was badass.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So much better than that.
Oh yes,
The sword
I
from like
love his
kind
sword.
of a medieval weapon nerd aspect. Loved it. Looked really cool. He had a flippy dippy throw crawl thing that he had. I don't know what the hell that was.
We were talking about this earlier, and it was like, what did you need in these movies? You needed a badass sword that you could remember, and it's
Mm-hmm.
very scimitar ish. It has a
Mm-hmm.
really nice like kickback curve to it. The D guard isn't a full D guard, but it's got some ornamentation to it where you're like, that's Beastmaster's sword.
Mhm.
And he literally
And it
has
was kinda
like this.
Saracen at the end, it was nice.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the thing he's throwing, I'll give you. I know. Here's instead of the crawl, which it's very close to. It looks like the thing Blade throws in the movies when he
Yes, it is.
slings it around, but silver. But this one's gold. Um, but yeah, you had to have the thing to throw because you need
Mhm,
range attacks. He
mhm.
didn't carry a spear or a shield,
Mm-mm,
but he had
mm-mm.
a tiger. He didn't
Yeah.
really need a shield.
Yeah, no, he was good at that. And the other thing that we talked about you needed a muscular sidekick with a stick.
Of another ethnicity.
Most of them were African
Almost
American.
all of them were.
All of 'em, yeah. So like in Conan, you had Grace Jones,
Grace Jones.
and you had Morgan Freeman and Robin Hood.
Yep. You
You
had
had
in
uh,
Scorpion King, we were just talking about it.
Michael Clark Duncan,
Michael Clark Duncan.
and in this one you had James. Is it Almost
It's
Amos?
John Amos.
John Amos. That's it.
Yeah.
And so you had to have a big, muscular, stick wielding dude, and they had all these movies had that.
Yes.
And yeah, I know Grace Jones. I said it. And
It's
here is
fine. She kicked
here's
everyone's ass.
she was a beast. Here is the one audio drop I got of John Amos's character from this movie.
He's rich. He is rich. What? He's got his own money. And baby, when I tell you he's got his own money, I mean the boy has got his own money.
What? What?
I don't remember that scene in this movie. You watched a different cut than I did.
He's talking about him being rich. What did I mess up?
Is this the? I think I saw this. This is the one where he like owns a not McDonald's franchise.
Yeah. It's the Golden Arcs.
The Golden Arcs, not the.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Amos was in Coming to America.
Yes, he
And
was.
is
And instead of wielding the stick in that one, Eddie Murphy wielded the stick in that one
yeah, he used the broom hand or the mop handle.
and beat Samuel L. Jackson's ass.
Yeah, he did. Poor
All
Samuel
right.
L. Jackson.
Hey,
That's funny.
folks, I like these are the episodes I like where I just kind of go off on tangents and start talking about things because at this point, all of you that listen and support our show, your family, we love you. This is what actually happens in my head. You know how people have a one-track mind? I have like 7 and they're always derailing at the same time.
We don't know
So
where the music's coming from either, so
you
it's
heard that too?
no, not this time.
So I'm just going to go, and this is the beginning of the year, still tail end of the holiday gift I'm going to give you guys is that I am working on a new show for the network.
I was going to ask, are we going to announce that today? I'm
We
glad
are.
you went ahead and do that. Good.
It's going to be called Give Me Back My. Right now, it's called Give Me Back My Childhood.
Okay.
Give Me Back My Nostalgia.
We'll
Something
work.
to that extent.
We'll workshop
Anyway,
it.
it's going to be a incoherent tangle mess of nostalgic thoughts and vibes with interviews of people that are kind of in that particular realm. So if we're going to talk about He-Man, I'm going to talk about people that love He-Man. If I talk about breakfast cereal, I want to talk about people that eat breakfast cereal. If I talk about the A-Team, you're going to hear Charlie. So
Well, He-Man too. I mean, we have to
you got
point
He-Man
out
too. Yeah.
that
Well,
we're doing Beastmaster and I am surrounded by He-Man toys.
there's a whole He-Man thing I got to talk to you about this stuff. Anyway, so when I go on a tangent of talking about Amos being in Coming to America and Eddie Murphy with a stick and beating Samuel Jackson, that's how my head works.
He's
So,
not wrong. He's 100% accurate with that.
So if you're having trouble following this, have fun with those episodes when they come out. Charlie, please get us back on track because I've just really.
No, you're doing fine, man. I'm Dar. No, but we were talking about how they always had to have the. I don't even want to say the muscle because, good lord, Mark Singer is ripped in this freaking movie, and not like Arnold Schwarzenegger ripped. It was like tight everywhere, like an
Whoa,
action figure.
Hey,
I'm Dar.
settle down there.
Hey, is that a ferret in your pouch, or are you just happy to see me?
I'm gonna have to download some bromance music from now on these episodes sometimes. But
come on, man. Mark Singer, he's known for being Beastmaster. I mean, that's
You know what? Actually, when you say Mark Singer, I think of Beastmaster and V.
well, yeah. V, as far as television goes, that is probably what he's more well known for among the general populace. You
Mhm.
know, like even my mom watched V when it was on television.
Granny watched V?
Mom watched V, yeah. I remember
Mom,
that thing.
mom, you rule. I was going to say
Mom,
mom kicks ass, but I don't want to say a curse word.
you just did, so it kind of defeats the whole purpose.
Sorry, mom.
No, but I've always known him as Beastmaster, and you know
Yeah,
he looks the
yeah.
part, and you know, and John Amos is just playing that quintessential character that you needed. That he looks monkish almost. He
Mhm,
fights with
yeah,
a
with the
bow
hair thing.
staff.
Right.
Till he takes the toga off and he's wearing like the what's that dude, the foreign guy that he did the fake. Oh crap! I can't even think of the name. He very nice and stuff like that. He wasn't
The
really
Borat guy?
the Borat. He looks like he's wearing the Borat swimsuit, but
Except
it's
leather.
leather and had
Wait a
like
minute.
metal spikes.
All right, whoa. I'm just thinking about this. Mark Singer wore leather and studs. Amos wore leather and studs. And then you had the Death Guard, and this is not a
It-
Warhammer reference,
no,
but you
it's
had the Death Guard, which were guys wearing black leather boots up to their knees, arm gauntlets all the way up to their elbows,
with spikes all the like down the
spikes all
fingers
over them,
everywhere.
kind of a full mask that's locked onto them. And when you see them, I'm like, why is Rob Halford running down the hallway trying to get a couple ferrets?
Look, if that's not Rob Halford, I'm pretty sure he was part of the costume department because there
Yeah,
is a ton of leather.
This movie is a 1980s heavy metal video. That's like like what, 2 hours? How long is this movie?
No, it was almost 2 hours. I think.
Hour
if I
58
remember
minutes.
what-
Yeah.
yeah, it's
So
right. At
it's
there.
it's like a 2 hour long heavy metal music video essentially.
Which you know what? I think that's a missed opportunity of a lot of those movies. Why did they not just go with the? You remember? You saw Krull, right, with Kevin
Yeah.
Sorbo?
Yeah.
They did that with heavy metal music in the
Yeah.
background,
That's what
and
this was,
that
really.
I
If you think about
swear
it.
I would love to see like Conan and Beastmaster and your almost. I don't want to mess with your soundtrack. No. Your has his own theme song, and I will not touch that. But
Your is like a warm embrace from your grandmother kissing you on the cheek and giving you a hot, fresh chocolate chip cookie.
oh, 100%. 100%. I love your. I have a special place for that movie.
Mm.
But I'm just saying, these type of movies just scream like playing those type of like Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, all these like epic type metal songs in the
Mm-hmm.
background. And I was
Very
like,
Hammerfall.
yeah, I want to see some of these movies recut with that because I think that would
All right.
be
So what you're telling me
insane.
is we have to make a sword and sandal, sword and board, sword and sorcery movie
Look,
with heavy metal in the background.
I am already like supposed to be.
Can you wear a leather banana hammock?
I don't know if anyone wants to see. I don't even know if Jackie wants to see me in a leather banana hammock.
I'm gonna tell you. She just texted me. She says no.
I would say she just felt a disturbance in the force, and it was not a ferret.
You're gonna have to clean that up when you get in the house.
That is, there's not enough baby powder on the planet.
Oh God, no.
I never got into the whole leather thing. Our buddy Benny always tried to convince me, like, hey man, we should try the whole like black t-shirt, leather pants. I'm like, no, hell no. What's
Ben,
wrong with you?
Ben, I love you, buddy, but it can't happen. It's no. We're putting
No.
Nate in that outfit.
We can do that to Nate. We'll do that.
Yeah, that's good.
That's totally fine. But yeah, it's so there. I don't know. I love these. I call like I said. Always called them the sword and sorcery movies. You
Mhm.
know, they just struck a nerve. So they're not like your quintessential action movie. They
They're an action movie, but they're not the bang bang
Yeah,
bullet
they're
bullet
not the
blang explosion car chase movie,
yeah,
but
they're
they are
not
action. Yeah.
the gun-toting explosion kind, although there was explosions in this.
Oh yeah.
I was
Oh
like,
man, the explosion with the tar pit thing, that was
"Oh, dude, I loved every
awesome.
bit of that." One, have we not talked about anything? I feel like we've just kinda gone off, and have you done budget or anything yet?
No, I have not done budget. So if
Why
you
don't you
want the
go
budget,
ahead? You go into that.
budget 8 million estimated. An estimated $8 million to make this movie, all pretty much in California. From a company called Leisure Investment Company, which definitely sounds like a shell company. And opening weekend, August 22, 1982, made 2,955,641, which in 82, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, no, remember, this is 1982.
Right. So you're thinking that that bombed. US, it might have. But gross worldwide, 14,056,528.
Yeah, yeah.
528.
And look, we've already said it.
Beastmaster was a success, dude.
We've already said it. This movie made its money in syndication.
Oh
This movie
gosh,
made
yes.
its money from Turner Broadcasting. That
Mhm,
is,
mhm,
I swear, because so let's talk a little bit about that. Let's back up a little bit. I I don't know the first time I watched this because I watched it so many times in the same place. I don't remember
mhm,
the first time, but it was always at my grandmother's, my granny's,
mhm, mhm.
and they had cable before us. And I don't mean like a month before us, years before we got it. So going to granny's was you got, and this was not cable we know now. Their cable was like 12 channels. So we got like the TNT, the TBS, the CNN. What was it was TNN before CMT, right? Is that what?
No, no, no. Okay, so
No, TNN went to Spike.
yeah, so you had first you had yeah, you had TNN, which was the Nashville network.
Yes.
Then it turned, which was a subsidiary of CMT,
Yes.
which was a subsidiary of MTV,
Hmm.
which is a subsidiary of Paramount.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Which is what it is
uh
now. It's now the
yeah,
Paramount
so
channel.
CMT is now Spike, or it was
No,
Spike,
I think
which
it's
was
TNN was the one that went.
wait,
Anyway, I don't know. It
TNN,
doesn't matter really.
Spike, the man channel.
Yeah,
That's what they tried to brand it as. Yeah,
that they really did.
yeah.
But anyway, so she only had like 12 extra channels than what we did. So we would go over like after school. That's when I would get to watch stuff like Captain Planet on Fox because we didn't have Fox. Granny
Mm-hmm.
had Fox.
Mm-hmm.
And I would get to watch like the movies if we went there like Sunday after church or something. We would spend the day at Granny's, and I'd be down in the basement. If I wasn't playing outside, reenacting Beastmaster, I
Mm-hmm.
was downstairs watching Beastmaster on TBS.
You
And
ever run around the yard with just like your underpants on, swinging a
I
stick?
don't think I did that, but I won't put it past me. But I'm pretty
Nah,
sure I
I wouldn't
probably
either.
okay. The scene at not quite the beginning, the montage with Mark Singer's Dar, where he's
Mm-hmm.
swinging the the the, the branch.
No, we always did
We
that.
did that.
Yeah.
And I love when people are like, "Why is he doing that?" I'm like, "You never watch baseball players where they swing something heavier than the bat so that
Okay,
they
for
build force?"
all of you wrestling fans out there will know, it reminded me of the Iron Sheik using the Persian clubs.
Oh,
If
I
you
know
don't know what
that.
I'm talking about, look
Yes.
that up. They are nasty. So to me, that's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, and, again, this movie had a montage in it. I mean, that was a total '80s thing to be having.
Mm,
My whole
hmm.
family was just burned to death, and now I got to swear vengeance on these the Juns. So I'm gonna start training.
You know what? I want to say sorry now to Sludge, but I think you have to put it together a montage for our anniversary episode.
I might have to do that.
You or Sludge will have to do that.
Maybe I'll get everything I want and have him help me blend it in together. I do.
Good
I
point.
don't just dump everything on Sludge. By the way,
No, no, no,
we
no, no. I
we
just know
kept
that.
things as simple as we could.
Well, no, no. I'm just saying, like Sludge. Literally, we will be like, "Hey, man, we have an idea for this," and then like 3 hours later, it's like, "Here it is." And we're like, "Dude, do you sleep?"
I don't think he
Or
sleeps. I really don't. I don't.
I
I
think
don't.
he's one of the elves from Fat Man. He eats sugar and he takes a 30-minute nap every 8 hours.
He's number 7.
He is number. You are number 7, Sludge.
Sludge is number 7. He is our foreman.
Huh.
No.
All right,
But-
go ahead. You were talking
No,
about your
I'll-
underwear. You were speaking of sticking your underwear at your grandma's.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, suede. I was not in my underwear. I don't think.
Oh, dude, and don't fall down that hill. I've been to Charlie's granny's house. There is a massive hill. If you fall down, that's it. We don't even try to have a funeral. We just say bye.
Yeah, and it's both sides. There, you can fall down both sides.
She lives on top of a mountain, folks.
No, it literally is the mountain.
She lived on top of a mountain. Now
It's,
Nate lives on top of a mountain.
it's one of my favorite things. Was the mountain is called Big A Mountain, and for the longest time, that's just what I took it as. That was the name of it till I was about 13 or 14, and I went. And it was, I think we're having lunch or something, and I was just like, "Hey, why do we call it Big A Mountain?" And my granny, church going, small of stature, but raised during the Depression, looked me straight in the eye and she goes, "Big Ass Mountain." And I'm like, okay. That was the first time I ever heard my grandmother swear.
What? What? What?
Yeah. Even my mom was like, I can't believe she actually said it. Because I think mom was trying to think of a way to say it without saying it.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
I've known Charlie for over a decade easily. I don't know what. 15
Oh,
years?
we're going on like
Something like
15,
that.
16. Anthony's
Okay.
15.
Yeah. Okay. So I've known you for 16 years. I've been to Granny's house. I've lived on Charlie's couch. I didn't know it was. Is it not called Big A Mountain? What's the real name of the mountain?
Well, it is called. I mean, everywhere around. I don't know if it has like some type of geological name, but in the area, it is Big A Mountain. But
That's what I thought.
But that the A is standing for ass.
So all of those, and when I say it, I mean it with love. Hillbillies down there just grew up calling it Big Ass Mountain.
No, we called it
Big
A
because they go
ass.
because they go to church.
Yes,
they just said Big A instead of Big Ass Mountain.
But yeah, my entire life growing up, they lived on Big Ass Mountain.
Man,
We're not a creative folk, but
you know what? Sometimes I miss living down there.
it has its charm. It really does.
Sometimes I miss that.
Yeah.
No, I didn't miss. Only had 2 restaurants to choose from. 3. There was Pals. But sometimes I miss down there.
So there's a fun little story there. But no, that's how I watched Beastmaster growing up, was just doing that. So
That's awesome, dude.
You about ready to take a commercial break here in a little bit?
Yeah, we should probably shut up for a second.
I think so. We're just rambling.
This is a great episode. I love these episodes.
I'm loving it. Yeah.
Everyone, give us a second. We're going to play the commercial that you've all heard a million times because we haven't come up with a new one yet. We're not that creative, as Charlie just said. When we come back, we're going to talk more about Beastmaster. We're going to talk a little bit more about, well, Beastmaster, because that's what this episode is.
Welcome to the Monster Movie Stomp Down, where twice a month we review monster movies from all corners of the planet. Join me, Sludge.
I went to watch it the other night, and she's like, "Why are you watching this? You can quote this movie line for line." Like, that's very accurate.
My co-host, Mark.
Don't ask me to do a stomp down on this because it's 0.
Okay, dude. Ruben, what's your stomp down rate?
And our brother from Texas, Ruben.
It's just, I'm like, wait a minute. They tricked me into watching this.
Yeah, that's what I felt like.
As we give you the history, our review, and the stomp down rating of some of the best and worst monster movies around. Available through the Podbean app, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and Amazon. Make sure and check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
Just how drunk are we gonna get?
Welcome to Good Beer, Bad Movie Night, where each month we drink finely crafted brews while watching terrible films in order to see just how drunk you have to get to enjoy them. So tune in and join Troy.
Killboy Kreitz.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Thank you.
Dave.
I have the weirdest boner.
and peat.
IPAs are ales, meaning they are bottom fermented. Excuse me, they are top fermented. I that up. Let me try that again.
As we drag Kathleen,
Hear me.
kicking and screaming through an alcohol-fueled podcast dedicated to movies of questionable quality and the frosty adult beverages that help make them tolerable. Good beer, bad movie night. Clearly, it's the beer's fault.
Hey, this is Jimmy Street, host of the Live and in Color with Wolfie D podcast. Hear the life and times of professional wrestler Wolfie D. From his times in the territories with PG-13 to his times in WWE, ECW, WCW, TNA, and more. Nothing is off limits and nothing will be held back. Available now on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and all major podcast formats.
I'm not Dar.
I'm Dar.
I'm wearing clothes. Are you not wearing clothes?
I took clothes off during the break.
Oh god. All right, we're back and still a bunch of nonsense. Hey, like I said, multi-track mind, always derailing. Also working on a Give Me Back My Pro Wrestling show. We talked about it a little bit on the Condemned episode. Still working on that as well.
Yep.
So we got all kinds of crap coming towards you. And I mean, crap, I say in an affectionate manner.
And it's like holiday season, so things don't quite go as fast as you think it should. But, you know, it will release. We will have everything going out. And again, it's going to be on a separate feed. So, you know, go check it out. We'll have all the links and everything once it's up and live. And, you know, we're just going to have a good time. We'll just add it to the network.
You told me we're going to actually be personally responsible for 4 shows?
Yeah. That's how it feels sometimes.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to drop that, see if that felt right. Add it to the drop list, maybe.
Until Halford yells at us. You know, we're already on Gene Simmons' radar, Metallica's radar, AC/DC's because of a trailer I played. So we're the new Napster, I guess. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm Dar.
Maybe
I'll just tell them.
New York Singer will come after us now.
I'll just be like, hey, are any other shows phantasmagorical that are playing your drops? And then they'll be like, you know what? We'll allow it.
Yeah. Eventually Ice-T will knock on my front door, which, you know what? That's cool, though. If we get like cease and desist letters from any of these people, that's actually going to be kind of awesome.
I'm framing them.
Can we post them on the Facebook group if we do that?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
What's the point of doing it if we don't get them posted?
Exactly. 1982 Beastmaster. We talked about Tanya Roberts. You may know her from that 70s show.
She's Midge.
John Amos. We talked about the thing that comes first to my mind, of course, was Coming to America.
Oh, yeah. Before we go too far, I mean, we should say, unfortunately, we lost Tanya Roberts this year. She did pass away, so, you know, I hope the rest of her family's doing okay, but she will be missed. But that is where I know her from. Other than that 70s show, Beastmaster.
I didn't realize that's who it was.
Yeah.
We also had Rip Torn, who you may know from Men in Black.
Yeah, he played Zed instead of Mayak or Max or whatever they call it. I thought Mayak was the stuff that the goblins had in Ernest Scared Stupid. Wasn't that Miak?
I don't know.
Sludge and No, that's one of his favorites.
I don't know if I've seen that movie.
I just saw John
Speaking
Amos.
of Zed.
No,
yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, it just dawned on me. I just saw John Amos yesterday in a movie. I was watching Die Hard 2. He's one of the military guys that come in at the end with the white snowsuits. So, yeah, I mean, he was in quite a few action. I think he was in Lockup with Stallone. He was one of the prison guards.
Yes. He was in Lockup. He was in Die Hard 2. I mean, Good Times. Obviously, a lot of people know he was in that and stuff.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to IMDb him. I literally was watching. I've shared it in the group that there's a advertisement for Lethal Weapon on a magazine this old lady's reading, and the camera like stops on it. So it's like this little in joke of, you know, Lethal Weapon versus Die Hard. I like it.
The other thing that I want to say, speaking of Zed, with the Rip Torn reference,
Yeah.
the king that gets this place in this Zed is played by Rod Loomis. Charlie, where have you seen Rod Loomis from?
I was trying to figure that out, and I realized that it was Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
He was
That's what I
Sigmund
knew him
Freud.
most for. Yeah, he was Sigmund Freud in that. It
He
was
was the
hard.
Freud dude.
So it was really hard because he's a lot younger in this, and in the
Mm.
beginning,
Mhm.
he's got like the crown and everything on, and then later in the movie, they've like got him like prosthetic up for like the eyes that are missing, and then
Mhm.
they put a blindfold on him. So he doesn't really look like he does in Bill and Ted's, but that is who it is.
Correct. Um, yeah, and then he was also in an episode of Next Generation, which, I don't know if you know that or not. It didn't matter.
I can see it on IMDb, but no, I mean, that's the most notable thing I think I remembered him from was being in Bill and Ted's.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So, Charlie, talking about Beastmaster, we talked about different things that we remembered and we didn't remember. I didn't remember the eyeball ring. And I'm looking at the poster for like the cover or the poster for this, and the whole Dar and everybody is in an eyeball ring frame. So I really feel like an idiot now.
Yeah, I was
But
like, how did you not? That's like a
I don't
pretty.
know.
It's a huge plot point. You remember in Lord of the Rings where they're carrying around the crystal ball that
Yeah.
Sauron can look through?
Right.
It's essentially that. Like they give the kid the ring, and Zed or Mayak or whatever his name is can like
Mhm. Mhm.
listen in, and what it turns out to be is it's one of the witch's eyes. Because when they stab it, when they figure out what it is, she like screams and covers her. There's a lot of eye stabbing and removal in this movie.
There's a lot of eye bit in this movie.
Yeah.
Speaking of eye stuff, whenever he would see, okay, so the Dar can see, which I should have named all my kids Dar. What's wrong with me?
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. When Dar would see through the animal's eyes, they did a cinematic effect on here.
Yeah,
Charlie,
little oval looking thing, and I kept making the joke to Jackie. I was like, "Sword of omens, give me sight beyond sight," and I just kept
yes.
making Thundercat references every time he did it because it's the shape of an eye that you're looking through, and it's how the hawk or eagle or whatever it was. That's how he saw. He could see through the tiger, but he could also communicate. And
Mhm.
I will give it this. I am so glad they didn't like try to do this like spooky voiceover thing of him talking telepathically to him. It was just he looked at them and they understood. And I was like, I like that better than him talking through his mind to him, Professor Xavier style.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
It would have. And we'll talk about the animals for a second. So, those who may not know, there is a black tiger in this
Mhm.
movie. There are no black tigers; they don't exist. The director went, "I do not want a tiger. I want a panther, or I guess leopards can come in all black." I didn't know that till I was reading up. Uh, but the animal trainers were like, they are notoriously difficult to work with. They're skittish. Not going to happen. We will dye the tiger black. And the director was like, okay. So they went and bought out stores of black hair dye. And if you pay attention during the movie, every once in a while, there's no like black around the mouth of the tiger because every time he'd take a drink, the dye would wash off. So thankfully, at least it was like a water based dye.
Mhm. Mhm.
I'm sure they were somewhat careful. I don't think they were very careful with some of these animals because I'll tell another story that Dan lost his absolute mind when I told him about it earlier today.
So good.
Um, but the tiger, they kept having to re-dye its mouth. The ferrets are untrainable, so there were like 5 sets of ferrets, and you notice it. There'll be different colorings throughout the movie. So I was like, that makes sense. The eagle and or hawk or whatever they actually used,
The
um,
bird. Mhm.
the bird was notorious for not wanting to fly on command. So during production, they had a hot air balloon. And it makes sense because you're watching this movie going, there's some pretty cool aerial shots, especially during the montage. I was like, that's actually pretty cool. And it makes sense. There's a hot air balloon. They figured out to get the bird to fly, there was they made a trap door in the hot air balloon and dropped the bird to make it fly. It's like I'm sure PETA would be throwing an absolute fit right now, but it's so hilarious to think, "Fly, sucker!" Just see.
They'd be pitching a bitch about this whole situation right now.
It's like the trader dude's like, "It's cool. He does know how to fly. He just chooses not to right now." And fun fact, the bear was like one of the only trained bears like in Hollywood at the beginning of the movie. It attacked its trainer. And once they got everything under control, they then looked at he played Dar's dad at the beginning of the movie because they would not allow the child to be filmed in the same time as the bear, which thankfully they were at least smart about that. But the dad part they did, and they were like, "Okay, action," and he's like, "I just watched that thing attack the one person that it's not supposed to attack." I was like, I missed the 80s.
What? What? What?
So a little behind the scenes there of, it's a movie called The Beastmaster. We got to talk about the beasts.
The beasts. When we started this, we talked a little bit about Beastmaster 2 and 3. I knew there was a second. I didn't know the third.
Yeah.
While you were talking about that, I did some IMDb research and noticed that the second one was Beastmaster 2 Through the Portal of Time.
Yeah.
Where Dar goes to the future to stop his evil brother from stealing an atomic bomb. Mark Singer's in it.
He is. He's in all three. He did all three Beastmaster movies.
James Avery's in that one.
Yes, he is.
So beyond that, it's garbage. Now, I checked out the third one, Beastmaster 3, The Eye of Braxis. Okay. I don't even know what the story is behind this. I don't care. Here's what I gleaned and why I got to watch the third one now. Mark Singer's in it again.
Yeah.
This time, Seth is played by Tony Todd.
Ooh, that's good casting.
Yeah, and
Candyman.
Tony Todd is known, the Candyman, exactly.
Candyman, yeah.
King Tao, so the young child who is Dar's now, we know, his younger brother, essentially.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a minute. There's some genealogy that we need to discuss.
Right. Well, anyway, he's now the king, and he's played by Casper Van Dien.
Yes.
And
that's enough. I'll watch it. Casper Van Dien.
Right. And there's someone who is credited as a guard whose first name is Dar.
Yeah.
There's really a Dar on Beastmaster 3. So somebody back in 1982 was watching Beastmaster, got all randied up, went home, took care of business, and was, I'm naming my kid Dar.
Yeah.
And then Dar got to work on the third one.
You know what's awesome that you say that. There's a Dar in the second one. I'm Dar. Robert Zadar, the guy with the cherub disease on his face. He's from Tango and Cash with the really big chin.
Oh yeah.
He was also Maniac Cop.
Yeah.
He's one of the bad guys in the second one, and his last name is Zadar.
Get out of
Z apostrophe Dar.
Get out of here.
I've seen the second one. The second one always kind of like reminds me of watching Masters of the Universe, where they go through the portal. And the thing is, the second one is not actually time travel. They just go to an alternate dimension. So it's the same time period, just an alternate time. It's just alternate dimension.
Was Doctor Strange in that one?
Yeah, that was multiverse before the multiverse was a thing.
All right, again, multi-track mind. Spoiler alert coming up in 3, 2, 1. You talked about Masters of the Universe. How much did you scream in excitement when you saw Blade from Masters of the Universe in the Kevin Smith
Oh my God,
Masters of the Universe episode?
Not only Blade, but Pig Boy.
Yeah, Pig Boy was in it, yes. Yeah, obviously.
Well, Pig Boy.
Kevin Smith played Pig Boy's voice.
But Pig Boy, like, I love Blade. I was so happy Blade was in it. It made me happy because he's probably one of my favorite characters from the other movie. But Pig Boy was a kid that won a contest
Mm-hmm.
through He-Man that he would get a role in the He-Man movie. And they literally created this character of Pig Boy. And he's like straight up got a pig mask on with a tunic. And then in the comic, they made him a badass. He's got like the biggest gun blast ray. I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. I loved look, there's hate for that show. I don't care. I
I
watched it.
loved it,
I
man.
I will not get into any debates with anyone. I am a He-Man super freak. I love He-Man. You can see my office I record in. I am surrounded by He-Man. Um, I enjoyed the TV show. I enjoyed the throwbacks. I got to see characters I don't normally get to see.
Mm-hmm.
Were there some eye roll moments? Obviously, there were. Guess what? It's 2021, 2022
Fisto
now.
really wanted to fist that guy.
Yeah, I mean, but come on, it's a meme. Just let it go. It's fine. Whatever. If you don't want to watch it, don't freaking watch it. If you want to watch
Dude,
it, I hope I get a second season. I really do.
I thought it was fan freaking tastic.
I
I
loved
thought
it.
it was what's that word again?
Oh, it was phantasmagorical.
I think so. Yes.
Phantasmagorical.
Yes.
Oh,
All
you
right.
can't use it too many times.
Now, back onto the episode of Beastmaster. See, again, this is what Charlie's had to endure for 15 years talking to me.
You're not wrong, but again, we're
Mm.
not like diverging off a wild.
No.
You're talking about a movie that came out during the height of popularity for He-Man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anyone my age that has never seen Beastman or Beastmaster, or Beastman. If you watch He-Man, you got to know Beastman.
Yeah, but this movie, as we know now, unedited, should have been called Breastmaster.
I feel cheated that I never watched it.
Well, okay. So 80s had to always throw in some nudity. Action movies, it seems like.
But this one, I was surprised. And we don't normally talk too long about this, but this one really did catch me off guard for being PG.
Well, yeah, it did. If you weren't paying attention, didn't know, and you're just letting your kid watch Beastmaster, there it is.
We're those parents that, Jackie and I were like, all right, we need to let the kids watch some of these movies that we loved growing up at their age. So we'd let them watch Goonies. There's so many dick jokes in that movie.
Yeah.
They literally glue a dick upside down in the movie. We let them watch Ghostbusters, and I totally forgot about the Ghost and Ray scene. And yeah, so Beetlejuice. I'm like, there is a meme going around of the parents are like, let's watch the kids, and then someone's rushing to the television to cover it up. That's me and Jackie 90% of the time when we're like, oh, because I would still let Anthony watch this movie because he's seen other movies with it in there. His mom's already let him watch Freddy versus Jason with boobs everywhere.
Whoops.
Yeah, I didn't do it. She did it.
Yeah, but that's where we learned about the murder boner.
we did learn about the murder boner. But but I'm like, I'm watching it now and I'm like, I know I only ever watched it edited because that scene is not in there. And I remember even growing up watching movies like the one that always sticks in my mind when you talk about a PG movie with nudity was The Outlaw Josie Wales. And there is a scene in there with a blonde girl that gets essentially her clothes ripped off and she's topless for not really very long. I think it's only like a second or two. But when you're 12 or 13, that's an eternity in movie watching time.
Yeah, right. And and the thing is with this movie, the scene didn't need it. It was just added in there because it's 1982 and that was the gratuitous topless scene. Yeah, that was and say what you will about Toxic Hollywood now, it's been that way for quite a while, unfortunately, and this is to me again was one of those systemic issues, and it started back then. Now, when this came out, I was 6. So I probably saw it for the first time when I was 8 or 10. in
This
that
game,
ballpark.
this was like 82, so I probably didn't see this till I was in the 90s
Yeah,
watching it
so,
on
like
cable.
so, you know, watching this when you're 8 or 10 and you're like, "Man, he can control animals, and he's got a sword, and he's" you know, obviously, yeah, it was awesome. And the bat guy things would have definitely have freaked me out. The dude with the War Duke helmet running around.
Oh, he's
If
straight
you
up War Duke from
go ahead.
D&D.
And if you get that yeah, if you get that reference, you let us know in the comments.
Absolutely.
But, you know, that guy,
Well,
all of those were scary.
not just that, but the general from Willow.
Oh,
They
yes.
also play very heavily. Well,
Yes, I
Willow
love that.
did as a
Willow, yes.
throwback. But yeah,
But, the scariest thing in this whole movie was Rip Torn's fake nose.
oh my god, right?
So
What?
bad.
Why?
Who
Why
made
did
that?
they do that?
Did an intern make that?
All it was this hump on the bridge of his nose.
It was so bad. It
And it
wasn't
was
colored the same.
Nope.
It was very obvious. It was
Rip Torn does not need prosthetics. Period.
dog shit. Yeah.
I mean, I loved how he acted in this. I mean, he was
sure.
like a literal like badass piece of shit. He's throwing kids into fire. He and the one girl gets stuck on the side and he's shoving a stick trying to shove her down into the fire. And I'm like, yeah, Rip Torn is awesome except for that bloody nose.
Now, speaking of cool Rip Torn type stuff, he did have a couple of zealots that had these claws on chains.
Dude,
they threw them up into the rafters and then hung themselves with them. I'm like, all right.
I mean,
that was unexpected.
I that was one of the things again when you want to talk about some memorable weapons, they're like bell shaped, but they have spikes on the end of them.
They were like claw things almost. They were scorpion get over here's.
Yeah, they were like sticking something, and they throw them at John Amos later, and he catches it with the stick and flips the dude around into the tiger pit, which I thought was great.
Yeah, I'll teach him.
And we'll get into it when we get to the bit, but a lot of people die in this movie. There's a lot of death in this movie.
There's a big old body count.
It's surprising. So we'll save it for a little. We still got a little bit of talking, but no, I loved Rip Torn in this movie. Probably, and honestly, this would have been my first like introduction to Rip Torn.
Oh yeah,
you know,
yeah. I didn't even remember he was the bad guy in this until
No.
I was looking at the cast list. I was like, holy shit! Yeah, I see what you're doing here. Okay, Rip Torn, cool.
I
okay.
mean, they over bushied his eyebrows in this too. By the way.
Oh yeah,
like they're sticking
they
out.
They made him up, obviously.
Oh, totally. But you know, I loved it. And you know, we were talking earlier that the temple looked like Thulsa Doom's temple that they're all like worshiping in front of.
Dude, that pyramid thing was super steep. And when that one we were talking earlier, when that one
the zealot dude.
Oh, sorry, dude. Dude, it hurt.
Because he didn't go down the step side. He went down the like side that no one's supposed to be able to walk up and down. And he took
for him.
Even if there was an airbag at the bottom, the bumps he took before he got there sucked. But you know, you can tell that there's a lot of like Robert E. Howard themes in Beastmaster, which I mean, the godfather of sword and sorcery, as far as most people are concerned. You know, the guy that created, you know, Conan. But again, this was just like Conan light, less blood, still got, you know, girls running around, dudes in togas, all this, you know, swords and fighting, and you know, heads floating around in water, and creepy ass demons that still terrify. Watching it last night, I'm still
no
like
Crom.
But I'm still like watching that thing, and that part was coming up, and I went, I hate these things. And Jackie's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, look. And she's like, yeah, those are kind of, they look like just skin over like a faceless body. It's so weird looking. And it's not like one or two, there's like 50 of them. And it's not like they took one and kept filming it. There's literally 50 of them standing around. I'm sure some of them were mannequins. But, you know, when you get to the end where they actually come and help, yeah, the creepy, scary things come in and help them at the end. And eat people. There's like 20 of those things floating around, you know, destroying everyone. I think we should talk a little bit about the end battle, because like we said, it had an awesome explosion at the tar
Yes, it
boat.
was very awesome, and just, to put a nice bow on the Conan thing, he was a Hyborian legend.
Yes, he was Hyborian.
Yes. So, at the end, when they finally defeat,
Mayak,
Max,
Miok, whatever his name
Max.
is.
When they
Yeah,
defeat Max, when they
we're gonna
beat
call him
Max.
Max.
At the end, they're like, "Oh, cool, we beat Max. Everything's good."
Yeah, you think the
And
movie's
then
over? Yeah.
And then
Nope. The
the
Jun,
the Jun,
are
the
coming.
traveling horde that killed and destroyed the Dar's people are now on
I
their
can't
way.
even remember. It started with an E. And I was like, I'm not going to butcher that word.
Whatever those guys were. And so now they're coming, and they have to prepare their defenses to fight this horde. And they seem kind of mindless, but very barbarian heavy.
They
Again,
remind me of the barbarian horde in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Remember the ones that Alan Rickman hired? And it was just
the
like
Celts.
the Celts.
Yeah.
All they cared about was, they drink the blood of their dead. That type of feel to
Yes,
these
but
guys that were
all
attacked.
these dudes were dressed like
Dude,
they were all dressed like leather and spikes again.
It was a BDSM convention in town when these
It
guys
was.
come running. Those guys and the Death Guard.
Yes. So as they're coming towards the fortress, there's a moat full of tar, like tar
Yeah,
pits,
it's
right?
weird.
So they pull the bridge away, and then three amigos the tar pit.
I love
by
that.
They cover it with dirt and everything and make it look normal. So at night, when they're all charging in, they all fall in there. They go to set it on fire.
Yeah, because tar is flammable.
Right, and when they do, holy schmoly, does it make a huge explosion. Watch the movie when you're watching a movie and you see the explosion, you go, okay, special effects, fine. But you can see the actors near when it happened, and if you look real careful, you can see them crapping themselves because it
was bigger than it was supposed to be.
It was Mythbusters cement truck explosion. Oh crap.
So this is the kind of stuff that's like, oh yeah, this was 1982. There's dudes that are on fire that are still sword fighting Dar. And then Dar has to jump over because the bridge is now on the dry part, the solid land, and it's kind of on fire, and he jumps over the rail into little burning piles of fire. And it's like, if you don't know where to land or where your mark is, you're getting hurt. And there's fire everywhere. But I want to, So as much as I love this movie, the only thing I kept thinking though was we saw the Jun attack Dar's people, and Max was with them. So have the Jun never been to Max's temple for dinner? Because I would have remembered a moat of tar surrounding the temple.
No, man, they were contractors.
They just outside contract.
Yeah,
Okay,
contractors.
okay,
Bro.
I'll buy that because I was just sitting there going,
yeah,
no one's ever been here. I admit Max took over the kingdom from Zed, but there's a temple to the god he's praying to there.
And at this point, Zed's dead, baby.
Zed's dead, baby. And you know what? There's still BDSM dudes running around.
There were still gimps in the basement.
There was
gimps
running around in the basement.
Maybe that's where Tarantino got the idea for that, man. Honestly,
Tarantino went total Beastmaster on.
I think we just busted Tarantino's ass on this one. I think we figured.
I think we did. There's another letter we're gonna get in the mail.
Sorry, Gary. Sorry, Quentin. So as they're fighting the June. Well, yeah, and then Warduke, the leader of the June, jumps off. Dar does the flying off of the bridge, tackle off the horse bit.
Dar gets like two awesome flying kicks in this movie. The first one when he kicks the flying dude into the dude that's on fire back into the thing was spectacular.
Yep.
And then he does like a half spin kick to get the War Duke off of the horse. and I'm just like, this is great. I'm loving
Yeah,
all of the Mark Singer kicks in this fight.
it's wild. So he fights him, has a real nice big epic fight, one-on-one fight,
Oh yeah.
defeats him, and we're like, all right, everything's cool. And then the rest of the starts closing in on him. Well, earlier we saw some beautiful foreshadowing when he gave the bird this logo talisman,
The
secret Dakota ring that
the
he got
bird
from,
people, yeah, gave him the
yes,
thing.
earlier, because they were going to get him, but then the bird showed up and they were like, "Oh, you're the bird dude. Oh, so you're cool. We got you."
Yeah.
So he gives it to the bird at the beginning of this fight. They take off. So now at the end, the big scary bat guys show up,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, "Oh man!" And then they start gack nippling all the bad BDSM guys. And at that point, Dar and them are like, "All right, look, they're helping us, but let's still get the hell out of here."
Oh, they are still like walking around very
Oh
cautiously
yeah, they still roll hard out of that place at that point
until they
because
get to like the like leader dudes, and they're like staring at Dar, and they kind of
yeah.
like bow their head down, like I was waiting for a fist bump, but they were just kind of like, we cool. And then
Yeah,
Dar and everyone take back off into which I was like, they felt safe inside the fort. There's
yeah,
no ceiling in the fort. The bird people fly, so you're not safe.
exactly, because you don't want to get gack nippled by the bird Batman
No,
guys.
that was not the kind of Nickelodeon award show I want to be at. Right
No,
there.
no. So, by the way, just to let you know, I guess the guy that played the leader of the bird gack nipple guys was just listed as winged creature leader.
Yeah.
He was a stunt man that was also in Return of the Jedi. That's all I really know about that one from
Oh,
the
that's
old
cool.
IMDb. But the guy that was the leader of the June, again, just listed as leader of the June, his name was Tony Epper. He was a stunts actor and second unit director, but he is known for things like Beverly Hills Cop, Volcano, and The Rock.
Yep.
So
Nowhere to
there you
run as
go.
well. So I mean, a lot of action background
Yeah.
with him, but started in Beastmaster pretty much.
Oh, and he was in Free Jack.
Well, we know how much we love Free Jack, thanks to
Yes.
our double feature episode.
So just throwing those out there real quick, just some dumb, nonsense.
Yeah, just some
basically, let you
just
know.
random knowledge
Yeah,
that
just
when you're watching this movie, going, I love IMDb, man, because this is so much stuff I didn't know I wanted to know.
yeah, you don't
So
need to know none of this stuff.
you don't need to, but I
Mm-mm.
spend like a lot of time just like, oh, there's that movie. Now I'm going to read, like, especially if it's a movie I haven't seen, I'll watch the movie first. And the first thing I do is go to IMDb trivia and I start reading all the little tidbits behind movies.
All
It's
right,
fun.
now I'm really going to screw at your head now looking at some of this stuff. The lady that played Zed's wife that had the baby taken from her.
Yeah. And in such a
Okay.
weird way.
Right.
Yeah.
She was uncredited, but she was the voice of the computer in Demolition Man.
Really?
Code 187. Yeah.
Murder, death, kill. Code
Murder,
187.
death, kill.
Murder, death, kill.
There you go, bro. See, all kinds of stupid nonsense
I
you don't need to know
love
anymore.
that stuff, man.
Yeah.
No, it's cool stuff, man.
And she's from Clarksville, Tennessee, kind of your neighborhood.
Yeah, it's
Your
not,
part of
not
the world.
not too far. Not too far.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, that's all the pertinent information from Beastmaster, the useless information from Beastmaster, and on top of that, just kind of our feelings about watching Beastmaster as a kid.
Yeah.
As we get towards the end of this episode, we will talk a little bit more about the kid and adult thing when we do our Allianz.
Yeah.
But do you think you're ready for the body count yet?
I'm ready. I don't know if they're ready, but I'm ready.
Yeah.
All right, Charlie. Then please regale us with the body count for Beastmaster.
So, even I was a little taken aback when I looked this up. Beastmaster has a body count of 137.
Mm-hmm.
137 dead bodies in Beastmaster. The PG rated Beastmaster. That's a lot. And I mean, yeah, it's normally when you get like these sword and sorcery movies, or even like the I don't know what you would call them, like, ones that are set in certain times, like
Like
we
the
were,
historical,
yeah, like, even like Braveheart, The Patriot,
or
Gladiator,
what was the other one? You said Patriot and then Scottish Patriot.
no, we clarified
Oh,
that.
that's right. It's
It's
Braveheart and
Braveheart and
American
American
Braveheart.
Braveheart.
That's right.
Yeah,
Okay,
so I just went with what the actual name of the movie was. But
that's
no,
stupid.
when
Why
you
they name
get
it
like
that?
those period pieces, so these
Yes,
period pieces that are set in that time, yeah, there's a lot of like war and killing and hundreds of bodies in the body count.
it would have
I
sucked to live back then.
I was not expecting 137 in Beastmaster, but I'm Dar. They wipe out, his entire village. The winged things come in and wipe out the Jun. There's a lot of like guards getting killed throughout the entire movie. I think Dar like kills 30 some plus people. The
And no
tiger,
blood.
no
No blood.
blood. The tiger eats like 5, something like that. It
The
is
bear
it's
kills the guy at the beginning.
the bear that is covered. There's the blood. I forgot.
The bear's got
The
some blood. Yeah.
bear, they put blood on its snout. And I'm like, I don't think we needed to see that. We're pretty sure that dude got messed up by the bear. That is the bloodiest scene other than the head that pops up in the soup. Exactly. So yeah, the bear had the most blood on screen than any of the other parts in the movie.
They could have done a little bit of, I don't know, fake blood on the sword or something where he's killing people, but the most egregious, the most you've got to be shitting me moment of the sword fighting in this whole thing.
Uh-huh.
He's on top of the American Gladiator style guts aggro crag temple, and
Yes.
he's fighting the one priest guy before he goes and kills
Kills Max.
Max, yeah,
Yeah.
Zed, Max, whatever. He does the whole shink stab behind you.
And it totally goes beside him under his arm.
It is the most it's under my arm beside me bullcrap
It totally is.
thing that we all did as kids.
It totally is. And this is how like this movie wasn't really trying to be kid friendly, even though it kind of is. Is like Max kills the king, like boom, like just stabs him straight up. But I did mention this earlier, and I did want to kind of touch on this real quickly before we get anything else. Was there is a weird genealogy in this movie. So Dar is the prophesized unborn son of Zed, because that's who is supposed to kill Max. And the witches, by the way, the witches are all like supermodel bodied with completely messed up faces.
Like pig faces.
Oh, it's like
Yeah.
skin
Kinda
hanging
like
over their
like
eyeball.
Twilight Zone pig face thing, type thing. Yeah.
Very much like that.
Yeah.
But and I mean, even the witches are like, "You about to die, Max, because this kid's gonna kill you," and they don't care. And so that's what starts this whole thing. But anyway, Max has the witches take Dar from his mother and out of the womb, puts it into the cow. Then they're supposed to sacrifice Dar to stop this thing from happening, and it doesn't happen. So Dar is the son of Zed. He meets John Amos, who is Seth, and Seth has Tall, which is the young kid, who is also the son of Zed. And they don't explain, like, did the king remarry? Because we're led to believe the mom died during the whole process of Dar being stolen.
Yeah, but you know what? They didn't show her dying necessarily. But
I
you're
want to
right.
say they
So,
reference it, but this isn't the weird part yet. I'm getting to the weird
like, they
part.
don't even know Dar's. They didn't even know Dar was.
No one knows Dar's a
Yeah.
thing. Dar doesn't know. Dar thought his dad was the other the
Dar don't
village.
even know Dar's a thing.
No.
Yeah.
Kiri, Tanya Roberts,
Mm-hmm.
calls Zed uncle.
Yeah, she's a cousin. She's Tal's cousin.
She's Tal's cousin, which also means she's Dar's cousin.
Yeah. Well, they're from the southern part of wherever the hell this is supposed to be, man.
Why's it got to be a southern thing?
Hey, look,
Alabama,
man,
maybe. Let's go down.
You and I were both born on the south side of the Ohio River. All right.
We're on the other side. Am I technical? I don't know if I actually am on the southern part of the Mason-Dixon. I think the Mason-Dixon's at Virginia, isn't it? Like the North Carolina, Virginia. Oh, I'm touching it.
You're hillbilly. All right.
I am.
Let's
but,
say they were from the fantasy Mississippi.
Fantasy Mississippi. I don't know, but there was something I was reading where it was like, well, maybe because Tall is from another mother, possibly that maybe they're cousin in name, not blood. But yeah,
I just don't think they cared.
I don't think they did back then. Well, honestly, back then it didn't probably matter.
Nah,
when you think about how they kept the bloodlines pure, it didn't care if you were brother and sister or all this, cousin and first cousin. I thought it was funny because it's like, y'all are related, and Dar's trying to get some weasel action going on with Kiri.
Yeah, it was something else.
Yeah.
So, like we said, this movie was rated PG. If you look it up on Amazon right now, it's PG-13. But there's some issues in this. Don't try to explain to your, if you're gonna let your kid watch this, don't explain why they're cousins and they're weaseling.
Do explain to your kids about how Dar is towards Kiri when he first meets her. That's super aggressive and unnecessary.
Cool.
You want to talk about like how some people are probably like the way they are. That probably told some people that was okay, and it's not.
Yeah. So obviously, this was made in a different time, and not that it was cool then.
There's no R word, but he's aggressive.
Yeah, it was never cool then. It was just more accepted then. It was the whole boys will be boys crap that's out there.
And that's it.
This is, you watch that and you're just like, nah, it's not cool. It's definitely toxic masculinity. We said it.
It's uncomfortable.
It's there.
It's uncomfortable for sure. But just FYI, and honestly, the other good thing about IMDb, if you're a parent like me, Dan, there is a parental guide that tells you violence, language, sexuality scenes, anything like that. So if you don't know, read that first, then let your kid watch it, depending on, what it says. It's pretty accurate. And they do go into stuff like that where it's like, Dar is overly, aggressive towards Kiri, and you see Kiri's boobs for a solid 30 seconds in the movie. The camera doesn't pan off of it. It follows them. It does.
It really does. So just the last thing I want to touch on real quick is the director, Don Coscarelli.
Sure. Let's just go with that.
He is a fairly prolific writer as well. He has written things like, Phantasm, Phantasm 2, All the Beastmasters, Bubba Hotep.
Love Bubba Hotep.
And a announced Bubba Nosferatu, Curse of the She-Vampires.
Screenplay, yeah. Sometimes you got to take that a little bit as a grain of salt. You may or may not see it. It's just
about. He's the name. I didn't recognize it, but looking into it, okay, he does have definitely some
he's
cult following.
He's not only the writer of Phantasm, he did direct the movies, Phantasm movies.
Yeah, he also did a lot directing of those.
It looks like he also did Dio the Last in Line music video. So that totally fits. You know where I'm talking about how metal needs to be with sword and sorcery? Yeah. This dude got it.
Well, Dio is also the only guy that can make rainbows and stuff metal. So, I mean,
Rainbow's an elf because his band before Dio was Elf.
Yes.
It's still almost Christmas for us. It counts.
Charlie, have you ever seen F is for Family on Netflix?
I have not watched the newest season. I need to watch it, but I am
right. But all the stuff all the stuff with his kid and the band that he
Oh,
tries to do with all the wizards and stuff.
yes, the
It's
wizards.
just, yeah, it's brilliant.
It's
It's the
I
same stuff.
love that show.
It's all
But
his stuff.
if you have not watched it, I recommend it. But let me forewarn you: while it is funny, it's animated, it's Bill Burr comedy. It's depressing as all get out at the end of it. I mean, it's funny, but it's depressing. I enjoy it, but it's depressing.
You know what's not depressing?
Allianz.
Charlie, it is that time
It is.
that we now rate Beastmaster.
So,
Charlie, go.
yeah, I want to start real quick. And I want to start real quick before we say our ratings. Is this one actually raised a question that I think it nothing that we need to change for it, but it's something I have to take into consideration is
What?
yeah, okay.
What?
Chill out, Some Cold, I'll get there. Is how the movie is now to us and how this movie was growing up, because this movie growing up would have been like 8 or 9 Al Leongs to me.
Right. Sure. No, I agree.
Beastmaster was it. If you were a kid in school, in elementary school, that had not seen Beastmaster, you got made fun of. You know, we all saw Beastmaster, and it was the greatest thing ever till we all got to watch Conan when we were like, wait, we could put blood in this? You can smash a dude's head and blood comes out of the helmet because it was a blood pack that's hidden underneath the helmet. I always remember that. When the club dude
awesome.
hit the guy with the hammer hits the guy. I love it.
Yeah.
But now Dan and I spoke earlier about this was as 40-plus-year-old men going back 20. I agree. I don't think I've seen this movie for over 20 years. And again, I'd never seen it unedited. It's not an 8 anymore, but it doesn't minimize it in my memory and my nostalgia of how much I love it. And I have to acknowledge that while, yeah, the movie is probably legitimately like a 5.5, I gotta go 6.5 with this because I watched it last night with the same smile. I know it's bad. I acknowledge that there are things that are outdated. I can feel Jackie eye rolling so hard at certain scenes, but I'm also enjoying them. Again, this is a movie I didn't pick up my phone. I sat there and I enjoyed every second of it. And I'm reminded of why I loved it so much. I'm like, yes, 10, 12, whatever year old Charlie, when he watched this movie like 20 freaking times over the course of like 3 summers at Granny's, I know why I love this movie. I know why I love He-Man. I know why I love Conan, Deathstalker movies, all of the sword and sorcery. This was it. This was where it started, was Beastmaster, and I love it. I will still, as an official rating, give it a 6.5 Al Leon. On a nostalgia rating, this is still an 8. This is still something that was pivotal in my movie experience as a kid. I'm done. Okay. I'm dar, damn it.
So, yeah, we talked about this. And again, like I said, I watched it probably 8, 10, somewhere in that range. And maybe 12. I don't know. But yeah, watching this, loved it. Loved it. And those of you that haven't figured it out, or those of you that do know me, I'm a huge nerd. Huge nerd.
If they haven't figured that out, listen to this show.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I
We're
love
nerds.
I love D&D and high fantasy and all that stuff. Sword fighting and the whole nine.
I've got a Conan board game he convinced me to buy over here with like 2 or 3 expansion packs. So, yeah.
Bring it up. We'll bring it up here. I'll play it.
I'm
so I love all this, right?
Yeah.
And of course, like you said, as a kid, it all pretty much stemmed from Beastmaster.
Yeah.
And then when we got a little older, we caught Conan and we were like, oh, Conan's the adult Beastmaster.
Yeah,
Beastmaster
this
for
is like
kids, kind of.
Beastmaster hardcore.
Yeah, because Beastmaster had animals and the cute little ferrets and all this stuff, and that was cool. But then you watch Conan, you're like, oh shit, Conan, all right, So watching it as a kid, yeah, solid like 8.5, whatever. It was awesome.
Easy,
You went
easy.
outside and you grabbed a stick and you were Dar.
You're in your underwear. You're just, I am
Hell yeah.
Dar.
Damn right, I did. I just put a belt around and just let it flop. So I went, watching it then. I watched it again, last night, and I'm watching it going, oh, well, it's shot good, shot well. It looks all right. Yeah,
Cinematography,
looks good.
was well done.
Story was pretty basic. Okay, no problem.
It's what they were.
Acting, to me, the acting was John Amos and Rip Torn were the highlight acting.
Yeah. No, I'll give you that. Although Mark Singer, I bought him as that. Yeah.
Yeah, Singer was fine. But you're watching, but I'm watching it going, this ain't great. This isn't what I didn't have the same, like, I'm gonna run downstairs now and yell at Mandy, go, I'm Dar.
I'm Dar.
Look, tigers and stuff. It was fun to watch it. I enjoyed watching it. I didn't have a problem watching it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Especially because I didn't remember half of it, so it was like watching it for the first time.
That's even better.
Yeah, it was great. But again, after you watch it, like you said, 10-year-old me, 8, no problem. 45-year-old me, 5. It's fine.
And that's fair. I mean, I'm not.
I like the sword. I like the flippy blade killy thing.
It has a name, and I cannot remember what it was called.
I don't know, man. It was the flippy thing, and so all that stuff was cool. The trailer, that was awesome.
Dude, I'm telling you, the
trailer's a 10.
The trailer's fantastic, Goracle, sir.
It is. It's pretty damn cool. So I'm giving it a 5. Charlie gave it a 6.5.
6.5. I mean, we're not that far apart on it.
It averages out as a 6.
I let nostalgia push it higher. Truly, if I'm being critical about it, I'm probably with you at a 5.
Mm-hmm.
But I refuse to allow other movies I've seen since then to change my mind on what a movie made me feel when I watched it the first time. I can't stand when people do that. They're like, well, now that I've seen this, I can't quite, get the same. No. That's not how movies work. When I watch a movie is the first chance it gets to make an impact on me. And that impact never changes or diminishes. Even if I watch something better, I will always have that same, it's that same, you can never make a second first impression. A movie can never make a second first impression on you. I go off that first impression of a movie going, I loved Beastmaster growing up. I don't know why there were no Beastmaster toys growing up. I mean, they made toys out of everything. Why did we not get like Mark Singer toys running around with?
We got Tron toys.
I mean, honestly,
that's
you know what? Animal, but you know what? I think I can almost answer that. Why would you try to compete with He-Man?
Yeah,
I think I just and Remco was already doing the Conan, and Hercules figures. So
Black Star was out there.
I think I just answered my own question. It was like it was a saturation of the market.
Yeah.
Although I can sit here now going, hey, NECA, you're giving us every other movie property out there. How about we give Mark Singer some love and give me some Beastmaster NECAs so I can put them next to my McCready from The Thing and my Predator that I've got rocking over here. And
Mark Singer needs a paycheck.
I need Mark Singer and some John Amos running around in just leather tights. And, I want that in
tights.
I want like 37 points of articulation. That's what I want from my Beastmaster toys.
That'd be cool. I think that'd actually sell too. Yeah,
hey, anyone out there, if you got connections and there's even other toy companies out there that's not NECA that put out some quality product. We want Beastmaster. Get that property. It can't be that expensive to get Beastmaster. Call Turner. He probably still owns it.
Yeah, probably. All right. That's Beastmaster. That's your rambling, but that's all right.
Watch it. Watch Beastmaster. If you've never seen it, watch it. If you have seen it, watch it again. It's fun.
It is fun.
Yes.
I would now like to thank some people.
Let's do our housekeeping.
Housekeeping time. Big thanks to Mountain Empire Comics in Johnson City, Tennessee, Bristol, Tennessee. Check them out on Facebook. If you're in the area and you need comics, go there and get them. I would also like to tell everyone not only to subscribe to our content on Podbean, but you can now like. You can like.
They have a lake now.
They have a lake there too. You can like and rate the podcast on Spotify. So please go there and do that. People ask how you can help the podcast. They reach out to us all the time. That is a huge way of helping because the more the analytics, it sends it out to people.
Yes.
It's a good way for us to get seen so people can enjoy what you're enjoying
if
as well.
someone's listening to a podcast about Conan, maybe they'll get, hey, you liked Conan. Maybe you like these guys talking about Beastmaster.
Exactly.
That's how the internet works, apparently. I don't know.
If you like us, let other people like us too. You can also check out
be
Mostly
selfish.
Charlie. Yeah, don't be a prick. Also, check out Mostly Charlie on Instagram. We do have a group there. Charlie, what about the Facebook group?
Facebook group, Give Me Back My Action Movies. We broke 500. We are
That's
officially
right.
over 5. No, okay, fine. You know what? We're not in the thousands, but guess what? We have interaction
cares?
every day. There's always something going on. If I'm not posting, there are tons of other members that stay active on there. We thank you guys. We love you guys. Thank you so much for being active. We have the Give Me Back My Horror Movies, which is climbing every day. Again, we're active on that constantly. We have got quite a few things in the pipe between me and Nate on the horror movie side. Be on the lookout for some more interviews coming. Nate's
That's going to be cool. There's some cool
Nate's
stuff
a
going on.
machine, and there's one Dan doesn't even know about yet. But
Don't I?
no, you don't. But no, we have that. I do run the Instagram. I'm still kicking Nate in the butt, trying to get us on, like Twitter or TikTok or something. We're 40. I don't think we're actually allowed to be on there. I think there's like a cutoff on the app thing when you check it. I don't know how it works.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that's it. That's where we're at. Yeah, group's
We
doing
do have
good.
an email though. We have an email.
We do.
gmbmampod@gmail.com.
Yes.
Up there.
Yes, we
And
do.
of course, the guys at Poster Smash, who you also heard from via the horror movie episode called Witch House.
Yep.
Guys, give us some kind of cool Beastmaster poster.
I know. Now I need to come up with a Beast Puppet Master or something. That'd be kind of cool. That's not bad.
Charlie, happy 2022.
Happy 2022, Dan.
Behind the scenes, happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Might see you. Don't know. We'll see how the winds blow. Nate's got the old plague, so we will not be able to see Nate.
I'm Dar.
And if Dar's there, he's invited. I don't know if any of the places we have dress codes, but who cares? It's Mark Singer.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
For all of you that tuned in, thanks for doing so. We will see you in a couple weeks. Charlie will see you next week.
Yeah, you will.
The horror movie.
You get me every week. You get the other guys every other week. Caught me off guard there.
That's all right. It is what it is.
It's fine.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We will see you next time. Charlie, do the thing.
Phantasmagorical.
I knew you'd say that.